Hi, everyone. This is Jim, and I'll be your financial analyst in gold. Firstly, I'd like to thank all of you for joining the Wild Wolf Financial team. Now, I'd like to discuss a few points in regarding this week. Firstly, the week has started very positive, and that is a very good thing because gold over the years, over time, has always been on a more bullish trend. So we're always expecting gold to be rising. Due to certain events that come up, such as economical data, we are experiencing gold to be having a lot of fluctuations lately. Now, if I start with going back to last month, gold had seen a tremendous drop. A tremendous drop. What I mean is that it has dropped as far as low as 100 points. So this is a very big change. This is a very, very big drop compared to what it was before. We were always expecting gold to reach the highest highs of $2,000 per ounce. But unfortunately, due to the announcements by Pfizer in regards to the COVID-19 vaccine, this had been a total game changer. This made gold plunge down, as I mentioned earlier on, up to 100 points. And moving on, since they've already announced this vaccine, we've encountered a few more companies that have been constantly striving to announce new vaccines, such as the first one was Pfizer, the second one was Moderna, and it was more of a competition in who can provide the vaccine that can be the highest, the most effective. And so far, Pfizer has started with 90%, and Moderna with 94.5, and then Pfizer again with 95%. So as we can see here, that one of the main factors affecting gold is the COVID-19 vaccine due to this whole pandemic that we've been encountering throughout the year. So, as I mentioned about the vaccine, I'd like to discuss a few other points that have had an impact on gold. Now, we've come across the unemployment change. We've come across the unemployment rate and certain other factors such as the central bank chair announcing the rates, interest rates. So all these factors do play a major role in the fluctuation of gold. So it all depends whether you want to buy or whether you want to sell gold. So either way, it all depends on what you're looking for, but either way, you're making profit. Now, moving on to this week. This week, once again, started positively, and it has been going towards more of a very, I would say, a very bullish, a strong bullish trend, because it started positive, but certain other factors did affect it, as I mentioned earlier on. Now, another point is that starting in the week, we encountered a double bottom chart on the chart. So I'll be discussing a bit later on through my charts. I'll be talking about on the 1 hour chart, the impact we've had and what we're looking at and what we've encountered. So starting on now, let me get my charts on. I'll explain it a lot more clearer by looking at my charts. So as you can see here, the historic level was sitting on 1850 per ounce. Now, as I mentioned earlier on about the vaccine, as we can see here, look at that significant plunge right there. It's got more than 100 points. And ever since, gold has been trying to stabilize itself all the way down here. Now, I'm on the 1 hourly chart. I will zoom in to have a clearer picture. Now, as we can see here, we are looking at a double bottom here, and that's where we were sellers. But we came out at the right key point. And throughout this week, as we can see here, gold is an uprising trend. As we can see here, just after the double bottom, we exited on the right time. And I would firstly also like to thank all our investors for following our signals. And as you can see here, gold has been striving to go back up, because coming down, if I go back on the chart, now gold has reached as high as 1965 per ounce, and it came to as low as 1764. So we are talking about a $200 dip in a very short span of time. And uh, gold has always been a hedge against inflation. So we're always expecting gold to go on an uprising trend, despite having all the other factors and obstacles that have come that we have met along the way. Now, as you can see here, it's been going up. It's been trying to correct itself right here. And gold has started positive, and we are expecting it to keep rising from the way it's looking at right now. And I would say later on during the day, we will be having two more other events, such as the unemployment rate and the non-farm employment. This will have another fluctuation in the market. So we are expecting intraday traders to benefit from this, because there will be a lot of fluctuations at this stage later throughout the evening. So since this is the fifth trading day of the week, we are expecting it to move in a more positive trend. But before placing any trades, I would like to firstly say, please wait for our signal in order to place a trade. We all have been making profit throughout the week. It has definitely been a very, very bullish week. So the bulls were in control. Now, there are other factors that I would like to discuss with you. Now, Pfizer had announced to release more than 100 million vaccines worldwide before the end of the year. But unfortunately, they've encountered a couple of obstacles along the way, and they have dropped down to 50 million. So the vaccine will be having a negative impact, as I've showed you earlier on. We are expecting a few more fluctuations during the day. And currently, the gold, let me get my charts back on to be more precise. The gold currently is trading at 1840 per ounce. And as you can see there in this area, it is hovering around 1840. So from the way it's looking, it is currently stable in a more consolidating zone. This is the area that we're concerned. But later throughout the day, as I mentioned, there will be high volatility in the market. Now, back to my point of the vaccine. This is a critical time where the pandemic has affected the world globally, all the global economies in a very, very negative manner. Now, we are expecting gold to rise up. As you can see, as I mentioned earlier on, it has pierced the 1850 historic line. So it has been going down, and it has been trying to rise back up. So from a 100-point drop, it's come down to $200. So gold currently in this week, from the first trading day of the week, we have seen an increase of 70 points. So it is showing a very strong momentum of a bullish trend, and we are hoping it to rise back up once again. But before I do move on, like I mentioned earlier on, I would like to advise all our investors to please wait for our signal in order to make profits. Now, just before I finish, I would like to thank all of you for watching my show. Please do give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for our channel. Click on the bell down low, and we will keep you updated. And once again, I'm thanking all of you for watching our show. Have a great day ahead.